Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Today, I am going to be talking about the way the media deals with mental illness and the people who suffer from the mental illness. Um, I look at for this. I have to look at the shootings that happened in the states and how the media immediately jumps on to that they were suffering from a mental illness or that's what the families say or something like that to cover up, oh, it was because of mental illness. This is really hard for people who do have mental illness and who are trying to fit into society. As the media demonizes the mentally ill, it makes it that much harder for the mentally ill to come to a point where they can be an active member of society. Now, for me, it's really hard because I have to tell my employers when I work with them, previous and past, I've had to tell them that I have schizophrenia. And sometimes they look at me and go, oh, are you going to snap on us and go on a shooting spree or whatever? It is really bad that the media has let society believe the mentally ill are dangerous. This is something that I really hate. If the media really wanted to find out that 99% of the mentally ill are trying to live a normal life, taking their medication, and doing what it takes to try to fit into society, they'd see that 1%, because there is that 1% that do stuff, but mainly the mentally ill are more of an endangerment to themselves than anyone else because it's a different thing. Um, Over the last many of years, I've seen how people treat me. Um, and they treat me as if I'm different, if they are hesitant about around me, and this really hurts. I mean, the town that I graduated from, people will be walking down the street and see me walking on the same side of the street and cross the street and walk by, scared to walk by me, thinking I'm going to do something. Now, this is a daily thing. Now that I live in a bigger center in Lloydminster, it's not that well known that I'm mentally ill. But as I'm doing this YouTube channel, I know there's going to be people who are going to think red flag. He's mentally ill. He's got schizophrenia. What is he going to do? What is And for the most part, my day is I get up, I take my medication in the morning, I go to work, I work my job, I do my shift, I come home, I take my supper medication, I write, I read, I hang out with friends. I do everything that a normal person would do. It's just I have to take pills every day to keep me level. And I realized early on that is the medication is making me function because I did go off my medication under doctor's supervision. And we found out I needed my medication. I take my medication religiously. And I'm no more of a threat than a normal person is. And it's really bad that the media demonizes us. I mean, if you look in the movies, all the bad guys are mentally ill or have mental problems or something like that. Um, you know, it's time that society opens their eyes and looks at what it really is. And it is really frustrating for me. It's frustrating for anyone who suffers from mental illness when somebody goes and doesn't die for shooting up a crowd of people or whatever, and they use I was hearing voices, I was hearing voices, because they don't want to take responsibility for their actions that they just did because they know they're going to go to jail for a long time, you know, and it is frustrating because every time that happens, it's another black eye to people like me, the other 99% that are trying to live a life, that are trying for their goals and dreams, and that are moving forward. It's time this becomes something we talk about. It's time that everybody opens up their eyes and sees that, hey, maybe we shouldn't push them into a dark room and hope they go away. You know, I mean, the person who developed the light bulb, and that's one that I always use as a classic example. He was deemed mentally ill. Where would we be without the light bulb? Come to think of it now. You know, maybe the mentally ill are the ones that are actually changing society and inventing things and moving the human race forward. I'm not going to be politically correct and say people race. You know, it's the human race. You know, um, but where it comes down to the point that who knows? It really is frustrating for me. And I read on Facebook, I read on my feeds from both liberal and conservative news outlets. And, you know, if it's something to deal with a mass shooting or something, or hostages or anything like that, the media immediately paints it as, oh, it's schizophrenia or depression or whatever. They choose a mental illness and they run with it. They demonize us. And it's frustrating. I just am tired of them doing that. I hope that this little vent, I'll say vent or skits or whatever you want to call it, rant. That's it. I'll say rant. I hope this rant has opened some people's hope. It opens some people's eyes and sheds some light on the mentally ill. You know, hey, look, we're normal people. We just take pills all the time. We're like diabetics. Diabetics take pills all the time. Or if you got a heart condition, you take pills all the time. You got any kind of condition that needs pills, you take pills all the time. We take pills too. Ours are just for a mental illness. You know, we're no different. So, all right. With that passed, I am going to be doing the next video is going to be about my book, my first book, An Individual's Innocence to Silent Screams. I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to let you all know where to find that if you want to buy a copy and support a artist who is trying to spread a message. So anyway, that'll be the next video, which is about my book, my first book. And I'll talk to you then. Have a good day. Bye.